Hi Libra, welcome to March. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to let you know what's coming up this month. So we have a new moon in Pisces on March 2nd. And on March 7th, Venus and Mars move into Aquarius, which is favorable to your sign. Then on March 18th, we have a full moon in Virgo. And March 20th, the sun moves into Aries, and we start the new astrological year. So before we get into the astrology, let's see what your cards say about love and relationships for March 2022. What does Libra need to know about love and relationships for March 2022? What does Libra need to know about love and relationships for March 2022? What is coming up for Libra? What is coming up for Libra for March 2022 in terms of love? Love and relationships. Okay, let's see. The Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the World, the Hermit, the Justice card, the King of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so starting out with the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles usually comes up when there's an imbalance in the give and take in a relationship. So you might be feeling like, if you're in a relationship, you might feel like you're doing all the work. There's an imbalance. You might be paying for everything. You're doing the work, holding it all together. And you might even be wondering, where is this going to go? Is this going anywhere? Because the Seven of Pentacles is crossing the Six. So the Seven is a card of transition, where you've planted some seeds. You might have started a relationship and wondering, is this going anywhere? Is this right for me? I feel like I'm the only one that cares about this relationship, or I'm the only one who's doing all the work. In the past, now that's if you're in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, the Six of Pentacles can sometimes mean that you're going to get rewarded for everything that you've done in the past. So if you've been in a situation where you sacrificed a lot for someone, or you were giving a lot, helping people less fortunate, now it's your turn to start to receive. So in the past, you have the Five of Pentacles. This can mean financial instability, depression, feeling like you're cut off from loved ones, or you're kind of out on the outside looking in. So you might have been going through a period where you felt like maybe you're going through a little bit of a depression, some kind of financial instability, because the Five is instability, chaos. But that's passing. I feel like a cycle ended for you recently. The World is here. So that could mean that a cycle came to completion, and now you're ready for a new cycle. You're ready for to go to another level, or to so you could have ended a relationship in the past, and it left you feeling sad and lonely. And the World is also a card of completion, finishing a cycle. So you've learned a lot through this whole situation. And now I feel like you're ready for, you're still in that transition state where, because you have the Hermit here coming up in the future. So you're doing a lot of soul searching and thinking. I feel like you haven't really gotten back into the flow of relationships. I feel like this is a special message for people who have ended something, have ended a relationship and are alone or feeling alone. You're ready for a new adventure. You have this Knight of Wands energy here. And that could include a change of job or a change of residence. Maybe you're thinking about moving to a different location because something has ended in your life and you feel like this doesn't fit anymore. Whatever, like you're ready for some new conditions, a new adventure. But before you go out and claim that, you have the Hermit here. So you're doing a lot of soul searching and thinking, okay, I just finished something. And now I'm ready to have a new start. But what is right for me? So you're really thinking about, like, what kind of relationship do I even want? And what is right for me? And so that's what you've been really thinking about. And you might be feeling you're pulling back from socializing. Like if you were because Libra is a social sign. You love parties, you love mingling with people, talking to people. But I think lately you've been kind of keeping to yourself more. And it's because you're not sure what you want. You're trying to figure out, okay, what's next? And that a lot of these cards are kind of reinforcing that theme. The 7, okay, I want to plant new seeds and see where it goes, see how it develops. But I want to make sure I learn that I don't repeat the past. I don't want to repeat the past cycle. So the Hermit is also a card that's telling you, listen, you might go to someone for guidance, someone that you trust, someone that you respect. It's also about listening to your own internal divine guidance. But it's also about saying, it's a card that says, don't think that you have to do all this by yourself. You don't have to be independent. You don't have to be alone. There are people out there that are there for you. You just need to reach out to them. So if you've been afraid to reach out or too proud to reach out, the Hermit is saying you don't have, don't just isolate yourself. Coming up in the future is Justice. Now, Justice, so on a mundane level, it can mean a legal situation that's coming to completion. But it could also mean a decision that goes in your favor, a decision that is a fair outcome to whatever problem you're facing in a relationship. One that comes with fairness and compromise and considering both parties. So if you went through a divorce, there'll be a sense of fairness. But the other meaning, the higher meaning of the Justice card, and you can't really see it, it's so tiny, but there is like a 10 of swords in this. Like she's got cards here and she's throwing them on the ground. So something has ended, but there's better things are coming. Justice can be like a karmic reward for everything that you've gone through and everything that you've suffered up until this point. So if you came through a challenging time where you were giving, sacrificing your life, or being the one who's always taking charge of everything, things are changing. And now you're going to be rewarded for that, for everything that you gave to others. So if you thought, well, I'm always the one who is giving and I never get anything back, now is your time to get back. And so the universe is gifting you with a new love or a new relationship possibly, because you have this Page of Cups in your environment. Someone in your environment, this could be a child, but because pages can sometimes represent children, but it could also be a message of love. Now you have the King of Pentacles here in your, it's in your negative thinking sector or your psychological sector. So you're focused on home and family, but you might be connecting with someone that's a little bit more stable. Maybe in the past you were with someone that was all talk and no action, or they didn't follow through on promises. They were fun, but they weren't very reliable. This could be an earth sign, so that would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But even just talking about the personality, the King of Pentacles is someone that you can count on. Someone who's financially secure, someone that cares a lot about family. They work hard because they want to provide for their family. But for some reason you're having this negative thinking about, like you're doubting that you could find this kind of person, or you're doubting that you can have a relationship with someone like that. But I feel like there's a relationship coming. you just have to get yourself in a more positive mindset. Don't be too cynical and think like, well, it happens for other people, it doesn't happen for me. Because the King of Pentacles is one of the best cards in terms of a partner, because they're so reliable. They may not be as exciting, but they are very dependable. It's something that can go the distance. So maybe you're thinking like, I don't know if I could I find someone again that I can love and go the distance with. And you have this Page of Cups, which could be someone wanting to express their feelings for you. Could be someone very sensitive, very artistic, very intuitive. The Cups energy is creative, compassionate, maybe a little bit shy, or maybe even a little bit immature energy. So it could be someone maybe a little younger than you. But someone is definitely wanting to express their love or wanting to show their interest, but they might be a little bit shy about it. And maybe it's you too. I feel like there's someone that you could have a beginning with. And you have the Six of Wands here, which is a victory card. So if there's someone that you have an interest in, don't be afraid to reach out, because I think that you'll find a favorable response. And you have the Knight of Pentacles here as an outcome card. And the Knight of Pentacles is about taking things slowly. So if maybe in the past you jumped into a relationship and things got hot and heavy really quickly, this is going to be different. This person wants to take things slow. So you can start out as friends and slowly build, your future together. But maybe even travel together, because you have the Six of Wands. That's kind of a traveling card. And some people around you might be jealous, because I'm seeing you're going to come into a period of success. And there might be people that are kind of envious of what's going on, what's going to happen to you, or what's happening to you. But don't pay any attention to that. Just follow, your heart, and take things one day at a time, and you're going to see whatever you've planted is going to turn into something beautiful. Because, justice means also, so if you're just thinking about asking someone out or approaching someone, the answer will be yes. So don't worry about rejection. And also it's time. It's time for your karmic reward. It's time to be rewarded for everything that you've suffered in the past, everything that you've done. Where you may have had to sacrifice or give up things for another person's needs. Maybe, if you felt like, when am I going to be in a relationship where I get something back, instead of always being the one giving. That could come this month. So get out of your hermit mode. Don't spend too much time thinking. I mean, you have to know what you want, but at the same time, you're going to be coming out of that recluse period and start to socialize. And I think that's going to lead to a lot more, some new beginnings or openings up in your love life. If you're with someone now, it could be that you need to drop your guard and talk to each other more, and maybe share some feelings, be more vulnerable. And I feel like you could make things work, but again, you just have to take things one step at a time. Because I think your needs are changing, where in the past you might have been looking for someone that was just a lot of fun and not, wanting to make a commitment. Now you're looking for stability and security. You're looking for something different. And you can have that. You can have that. So let's see what the angel cards have to say. What kind of message from the angels is there for you this month? Retreat. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this card is all about. Which kind of fits in with the energy of the hermit. Okay, spend some time alone in quiet thought. Clear your mind and focus on your truth and priorities. Are you pushing yourself too hard, beloved child of God? The angels remind us that rest is a natural cycle in every living thing. Think of the mighty oak tree that grows in spurts and then rests. It draws its nourishment from deep within the earth and takes its time before growing upward again. Like the oak tree, it's important for you to nourish yourself with spiritual and emotional food. While you are resting, take time to reflect on your heart's true feelings and desires. Your angels speak to you through your heart, and when you listen to and honor your feelings, you walk hand in hand with God and the angels. You will know that it is true divine guidance and not just your imagination or wishful thinking if it speaks of your desire to make a difference in the world. So take time out to really hear that inner voice, and it will point you in the right direction. And then when you do start to come back to life and start engaging in the world, you don't have to rush into anything. You can just take it one day at a time. That's the message I'm getting from this reading. So there's no rush. Sometimes when people break a relationship or something ends for whatever reason, people are always asking you, so when are you going to, find a new person? Or when are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? And you feel this pressure. Don't let that pressure, don't feel pressured. When the time is right, you will, because this is like karma, the justice card. I feel like when the time is right, things will start to happen. So it may not happen right away, but it will happen when you're ready. But in the meantime, you have to know what you want before you can find it. So this new moon in Pisces is happening in your 6th house. So that's the house of work, your day-to-day, environment on the job, your colleagues. But it's also the house of health. So if you've been pushing yourself too much, maybe it's time to take a step back and spend some time recharging. This new moon has Jupiter conjunct the new moon. Jupiter is a planet of abundance and growth and opportunity. And in Pisces, I feel like if you're starting a new job or you're thinking of a change in your career path or something, you want to do something that serves others. You're going to feel, because Jupiter in Pisces is very spiritual. And the 6th house is the house of service. So whatever work you do, you want to make, you feel like you want to be of service to the world, helping others. And that is going to actually help you, because whatever you're giving out, you're going to get back threefold. Is like the saying, whatever you put out into the universe comes back 3 times. So that's why it's always good to put out positive energy. Now, this new moon is sextile Uranus, and Uranus is in the 8th house. And that's the house of other people's money, your partner's income. So if you're looking for a loan from a bank, or you're waiting for like a grant money from the government or something, or some kind of financial assistance, it's not money that you make through your job. It's money that comes into you from an outside source, like a resource. So it could be your partner, or a loan from someplace. Even an inheritance, it could be. There could be some surprise developments financially that make you feel more secure. So maybe your partner, if you're in a relationship, your partner gets a raise or gets a job that pays a lot more. And so now it's helping you out on some of the goals that you want to achieve. It could also be that if you're working in a place where you're needing assistance to get this project off the ground, the money will be coming in. In the 5th house, you have Mercury and Saturn coming together. So Saturn has been keeping you really busy, so you haven't had time for love. And Mercury, Mercury's about, you might be thinking negatively about, romance or fun. The 5th house is the house of fun, romance, children. So you might be feeling that if you have children, they become like you're busy taking care of your children. You don't have time for love or romance. Or you're just busy working. You don't have time to do fun things. You haven't had a lot of fun. You have to be careful with Mercury and Saturn of not feeling depressed. So if it's not you, it could be one of your children is going through a difficult time, feeling depressed or financially insecure. But a lot of times, Saturn and Mercury coming together means making a commitment. They're coming together in your 5th house. And you might be signing a contract. You might be committing to something long term. The only thing you have to watch out for with Mercury and Saturn is being too negative or cynical, negative thinking. So you could also be working on a project that allows you creative self-expression. Whatever it is, it may involve a lot of work, a lot of hard work, but it will be worth it because it's going to be something that will be in place for a long time. Something that so whatever you're creating, if you're creating something, if you're starting something at this new moon that involves creativity, even a romance, if there's a romance of starting at this time, there could be a little bit of an age difference where one person is kind of like a father figure or a partner or a parent to the other. Then we have Venus, Pluto, and Mars coming together in your 4th house, trining the North Node in the 8th house. So Pluto going through the 4th house alone is, major transformation. And Pluto's been there since 2008, so you could be remodeling, you could be your whole family life, you could be digging deep into your family. But when Venus and Mars come together, it could bring, important changes, transformational changes in your home with a relationship. You could be bringing someone into the home, or someone could be, there could be some kind of love connection that transforms your whole, the core, of your home, or your family life, because the 4th house represents home, but also represents your childhood home, your childhood. So you could be dealing with issues. It could be that a love relationship reawakens issues from childhood and you have to deal with them. It's a very intense time. And actually, I feel that because it's trining the North Node in your 8th house, there could be a relationship where someone that you're partnering with in the home, it's triggering childhood fears and childhood issues, and it's connected to the 8th house of intimacy and transformation. So I feel like a relationship that comes to you at this time can really transform you in a good way, because it's a trine relationship. It could bring greater stability, greater financial security, but also greater intimacy. I feel like you're ready for something deeper right now. So if in the past you might have avoided a deep soul connection, I feel like you're more ready for it now than at any other time. Jupiter is sextile Uranus, so 6 and 8. This is a great time for advances, opportunities at work, and also opportunities to bring greater support. Like you're feeling supported by the universe in terms of finances. So if you need money to get something off the ground, to do something, to accomplish something, it's going to be there. So if you're looking for a bank loan, or if you're looking for some type of financial support, the answer will probably be yes. You can, solve some financial issues. Then we have the full moon in Virgo on the 18th. That's happening across your 6th and 12th houses. So something is being revealed. The 12th house is the house of hidden things. It could be hidden enemies. It could be psychological blocks, how we self-sabotage. It could also be releasing of karma. So you're finishing a cycle. And the moon, because the moon is falling in your 12th house, but the sun is in your 6th house. So things are coming to the surface around a health issue or around a work issue. It's time. It's like you're seeing the truth and you can change. You're seeing it's like you're having an awakening. And this moon is trining Pluto in the 4th. So if there was some issue around, so if you've had any things that were hidden from yourself, even some psychological blocks around home and family, intimacy, things that have always been holding you back, this new moon, this full moon can bring them to the surface and they can finally be healed. I feel like it's a healing time for you, and in a positive way. So it's gonna, because you're gonna see things and then you're gonna be able to release them and make some changes. And plus, it's the 12th house is like an ending of a cycle. So you're getting ready to move. It's like you're clearing out the karmic baggage of the past, and you're getting ready for a new cycle that's going to bring joy and intimacy into your life. So it's like a release. It's almost like okay, I see what I need to do now, and I'm going to release these things that have been holding me back, and I'm getting ready for a new beginning, which will happen when you have the new moon, when it moves to the first, when you have a full moon in your first house. Let's see what else is happening right now. So now you have also Venus and Mars is coming together in the 5th. It's squaring Uranus in the 8th. So there could be some financial surprises coming up around either a new romance or children, because Uranus brings the unexpected. But Uranus in the 8th could also be freedom. So freedom from maybe your fears around partnership or relationship or intimacy, fears around money and getting supported financially. If you've had like a scarcity mentality, Uranus can break you out of that, break you free of that, so that you could embrace abundance, let abundance come in. You have a lot of energy going through your 6th house right now. Mercury, Jupiter, Neptune, and Jupiter and Neptune are going to come together in a conjunction in your 6th house next month. But it's a time of making a dream real. Finding the ideal, like you might find the perfect job where you're actually doing work that you've always wanted to do in service of others. Because, Pisces, that Pisces energy, the 6th house is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. And it's about service, it's about compassion, it's about helping others that are less fortunate. So you could be coming into like a dream job that allows you to do things that you've always wanted to do or always believed in. And it could be unexpected even. Mercury is sextile Uranus, so you could have an unexpected message come in. So let's say you're writing or applying for financial support and you're not sure, if you're going to get it. All of a sudden you get a message out of the blue. Yep, here it is. We're going to support you. Or it could even be a job offer that has you doing work that you've always dreamed of doing. And you feel like this is a work, it's like soul work. It's like something I'm really being of service to the world and to the community. So this could be a really good time in terms of your career and also in terms of your health, because the 6th house is also health. So if you've ever if there's anything that you've ever had struggle with releasing or coming to terms with concerning health, so maybe you get on a new diet plan or a new regimen where you're taking better care of yourself, you're learning to love yourself as much as you love others. I feel like this is improvement all around. You're doing a lot of, it's kind of like a karmic reset where, okay, I've paid my karmic dues and now I'm due for reward. And I feel like rewards are coming for you this month. And even more so in April. There'll be some changes in April when we have the eclipses. But I feel like this is a time of healing for you. Because you even have Mars is sextile Chiron. Venus and Mars, when they come together in your 5th house, are going to be sextile Chiron in your 7th house. So that's the house of relationships. So there might be a healing, something happens that actually brings healing. Maybe you connect with someone. If you've broken up with someone, maybe you come together and you have a healing conversation. Or it could even be with a child. If you've had a falling out with a child, you could have, there's some healing there. Or it could bring a partnership that allows you to have fun again, that brings romance and fun back into your life. So if you're connecting with somebody new this month, it could be a relationship that brings healing to you and allows you to release the past. But in any case, it looks very positive. The new moon and the full moon are positively aspected. The first one is aspected by Uranus, which brings surprises, and Jupiter, which brings opportunity. And the full moon is trine Pluto, which brings transformation. Like you're ready for change. You're going deep. You're seeing the reality. You're seeing the truth. And you're ready to release something that's been around, that you've been carrying like a burden for a long time. But so anyway, take your time and allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to process all this. It could be a time when you really feel like, I need time to process all these emotions and all these thoughts and the things that are coming up right now. They're very heavy. So take all the time you need to process all this. And when you're done, when you're ready to move on, you're moving on to something much better, to a much happier phase in your life. So that's my forecast, Libra. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box, and it'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, I want to say thank you, everyone, for supporting this channel. Thank you. If you're new, welcome. If you'd like a private reading, I'm available for that. But in the meantime, just enjoy March, and don't rush. Give yourself time for play. All work and no play is not a good thing. It can affect your health. So embrace the changes that are coming and look forward to the future, because it looks good. Okay, so I'll talk to you again next month. Have a wonderful March. Bye.